Welcome back to NFL Mock Draft Live. This week we have focused on former scout Bucky Brooks' latest mock draft. We've made it to the top 10, Buck, which is where the Giants rest. So why don't we get it started with who is headed to the big town?
Well, when you're Giants, you want big men on your offensive line. So I'm going to go with Ronnie Stanley at number 10.
All right, Stanley to the Giants, not a 9. Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
You know, I think they need a pass rusher, someone to complement Gerald McCoy, some of the other guys on the line. So how about Kevin Dodd?
So Shaq Lawson.
No. Shaq.
Who's going to go first?
Kevin Dodd. Kevin Dodd.
Okay.
Nice, productive player, someone that can develop and learn,
carryover.
eventually become a guy that can be a disruptive player on the edge.
New head coach, front office returns, I guess, to what it once was in Philadelphia. They do what?
You know, my guy, Doug Peterson, loves quarterbacks. He was there when Donovan McNabb came over. I'm thinking he's going to go and get a quarterback, someone that fits the system. Jared Goff is a pick of the Philadelphia Eagles. A guy, we talk about quick, accurate, decisive, does a great job getting the ball out of his hands. Perfect fit for their system.
Also somebody you know, DJ, and Doug Peterson, and obviously Howie Roseman. You worked for the Eagles organization for a while. If Goff is on the board, can you see that as a fit?
That wouldn't surprise me at all. Look, they want a pure franchise quarterback. They're hoping that's what Sam Bradford can become. But I don't think they know that at this point in time. Jared Goff or Carson Wentz would make a lot of sense.
Lance?
Trade up. I hear they'd love to get their hands on Carson Wentz, so I would not rule out. They didn't move from 13 to 8 on accident. And I think the 8 all the way up potentially for Wentz is in play. No second rounder is going to make it tougher.
Makes that hard.
It makes it a lot tougher, yeah.
All right, to 7 in the San Francisco 49ers.
You know, a couple years ago, the San Francisco 49ers surprised everyone and kind of took an undeveloped pass rusher in Alden Smith. I'm going to say they do it again. How about Shaq Lawson, a guy who is outstanding with his
true
hands,
to the rankings.
great on the edge, does a great job setting it, allows that defense to get back on track.
You know what we like to call that is continuity, from the scout versus scout segment to here we are now.
It all has to match.
Continuity with Shaq Lawson and Kevin Don. Both very good, as you said, DJ, in that segment.
Just a little bit better.
Just a little bit better as far as Bucky is concerned, which is why it says Bucky Brooks mock draft, not Daniel Jeremiah's mock draft. To the Baltimore Ravens at number 6.
Look, Baltimore, they need to add some young athletic bodies on their defensive line. Let's go with DeForest Buckner from Oregon. Comes in, versatile player, gives them that size, the length that they like. He can play 5 technique, he can move down. He has enough athleticism to give him some pass rush on the inside.
So going back to our fan mock draft from a couple segments ago, not going to slip all the way to number 10. None of us believe that could possibly happen with them.
I think that's a good landing spot for him right there in Baltimore.
Be a great spot for him.
Into the top 5 now, and the Jacksonville Jaguars.
My former team, the Jacksonville Jaguars, I think they want a dynamic playmaker on the second level. How about Miles Jack from UCLA? Look, we talk about this guy all the time, what he can do. He can run and chase. He can make plays at the second level. Gus Bradley needs someone that can bring some energy to that team.
Can I make my prediction here?
Please.
Miles Jack, at the end of the day, we've all had him going 5. He will not be there when Jacksonville picks at 5.
Won't be there at 5.
He will not be there.
Special athlete.
Well, that leaves the Cowboys, Chargers, Browns, and Titans, and us trying to figure out how this puzzle fits together, DJ. Which one of those
like a murder
teams?
mystery you've created right
Perhaps
now.
it's Dallas that would end up taking him, because who do you have the Cowboys taking?
Oh, I'm going to say the Cowboys get the energetic pass rusher Joey Bosa. Joey Bosa can come in, he can play on the edge, or he can move inside, play the 3 technique, special hand skills, a nice technician. He does a great job of adding production to that D-line.
Let me throw something in here quickly. So we know that Rod Marinelli has a tremendous amount of sway in that draft room. How much is Marinelli's assessment of Bosa going to play in the draft room? You guys have been there before. How much is that going to play?
Well, I think it'll play a lot. I think it'll play a significant role because he has proven to be able to get production out of all pass rushers. This is a guy that I think technically fits his skill set, brings the energy that he wants.
DJ, bigger surprise if Joey Bosa slips out of the top 5 or Miles Jack slips out of the top 5 to you?
Ooh, they would both be surprising me. At the end of the day, I expect them both to go up there in the top 5. And those are 2 names I keep hearing over and over again. Miles Jack even more so than Bosa, just creating a lot of steam.
I don't think that was the question. I think I asked you which would be a bigger surprise if it fell out of the top 5.
I don't think either one of them are going to be. See, I answered the way I
holding his ground. He's holding his ground at the end of the
going.
show.
He's falling.
Bucky, you said it, and Daniel, you always say it. There's a mock draft, and then there's player ratings. Might not be the top player in terms of the number 1 slot, but could be the top player on your board. That's what we get to when it comes to this particular person. It's our prized picks presented by McDonald's Monopoly, I should say, and that takes us down to San Diego, where the Chargers bid farewell to Eric Weddle in the offseason, but you have them replacing him with your prized pick.
Yeah, I'm going to go with a world-class athlete, but a blue-chip football player, Jalen Ramsey, going to the San Diego Chargers at 3. He's a versatile player. You can play him outside at corner. He can come inside, play nickel, also play safety. I believe they're looking for a Swiss Army knife, someone that can really add some juice to their defense. Jalen Ramsey is the guy that certainly can be that guy.
In terms of Jalen Ramsey, DJ, I mean, I believe sort of same boat that you're in, right? 1 or 2?
Yeah, look, I have him right in that mix. I actually have him now as my 3rd overall player. I had Miles Jack leapfrog him up to 2nd, just on my own personal board. But I think the San Diego Chargers right now, you have to replace Eric Weddle. Man, that's a heck of an option to do it with. You get very explosive and very athletic at the back end.
All right, that is our prize picks presented by McDonald's Monopoly Money. And Bucky, we got 2 more picks to get to. As a matter of fact, the Cleveland Browns at 2, the Titans at 1. I kind of got a feeling of where this is going, so I'm just going to click on Carson Wentz there for the Browns and Laramie Tunsil to the Titans. Unless there's something going on with Marcus Mariota that I am not familiar with.
No. I think that's the right thing. When we talked about this at the top of the board, the Tennessee Titans is all about protecting the quarterback. Laramie Tunsil comes in, plays left tackle. You can kick to Lewan over the right tackle. Now you said they gave up 54 sacks last year. Protecting Mariota has to be the priority.